Hey everyone, MacDowin here. Today we are looking at Skye from Hasbro's new Fortnite Victory Royale 6-inch action figure line. I ordered this from Amazon for $36.99. If you'd like to own your own, then I have a link for you in the pinned comment below. Over here on the left side of the box, it shows what accessories are included, and if we flip the box around, you will see a computer rendering of, well, the accessories Ollie the Glider and her. And for those who want to see the barcode, here it is. Let's get Skye out of the box and take a look at her. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. If you want to help the channel out and you play Fortnite, please feel free to add my creator code to your Epic account. It's MacDowin. Skye is an epic skin and is part of the Quest Friends set. Released in Chapter 2, Season 2, this skin was part of the Battle Pass at Tier 80. This is the default version of her. Skye, find your greatest adventure. Skye comes with the epic Swords of Legends harvesting tools. There's two of them. They're really cool. They're very, very nice looking translucent blue color. The color is just very pretty. It's very nice. Down here at the base of the sword, you get a little red dot and a brown, what looks like a leather strapped handle. These are really cool swords. If nothing else, getting this figure for these swords is probably worth it. These are so cool looking. I love these things. I really like them a lot. She also comes with the Adventure Pack back bling, and this is another really cool accessory. You can see over here there's looks like a water bottle or a drink bottle of some sort with a chain and a jewel, maybe like a game system or a phone and a button and a shield. Too bad the shield wasn't removable and usable. That's pretty nice. You can actually slide one of the swords right there, so she can hold one of the swords on her back with the back bling while holding the other one. She comes with a camera wrapped around her neck, and the only way to take this off is to pop her head off. I guess you might be able, if you stretch it around like that, you might be able to get it off, but I'm not really sure that'll work. I popped the head off to get this off. But it's a neat little just figure accessory that's on the figure. We get Skye's Grappler, and this is a nice, neat looking thing. The plunger portion does not come out of here, and it's not supposed to. If you take it out, or if it comes out, then it's broken to some degree, because this the handle here is plugged into the plunger part but sticks out the back here, and so yeah, you shouldn't don't try to pull this out, because that most likely is going to be breaking it. But it's a nice little thing. Too bad it doesn't come out. Too bad there isn't some sort of little mechanism that can allow it to shoot out even a short little ways. And finally, we get Ollie the Glider, or the Ride-Upon, whichever you want to, however you want to use this. It is in two parts, so you have to assemble it out of the box. You can see the seam right through there. There's this little hole on the bottom, which I'm anticipating is going to attach to the glider figure stand somehow. But it's a really cool glider. She can grab on right here and glide down onto the battlefield and get her quests done. And Skye stands just slightly over 6 inches tall, if you can see. She would be about 6 inches tall, except for the little wings on her hat there cause her to peek up just a little bit above 6 inches. Here we have her standing next to Lynx for a height comparison. We'll slide Midas in so you can get an idea of how tall the figure is. Here's Shadow Meowscles right there, who's starting to get a little bit far off screen. We get Chaos Agent there, and probably best thing is I'll just put Ripley like right behind her, and you can see, well, you can't actually see as well as I was hoping. We'll put Shadow Meowscles off to the side and we'll put Ripley here. That's probably a little bit better of a comparison about where she lines up on the height scale. Skye does have about 28 points of articulation. We'll take a look at those right now. Her head is on a ball joint, so it rotates all the way around. She can look down about that far, look back about this far. Her hair stops her from looking up any further than that. Not only is her head on a ball joint, but there's a ball joint down here in the neck. Her torso can wiggle around, so she can go to the side about like that. She can go forward about like that. and back about like that because of the coat. Her waist does rotate, so you can move her around there. Her arms at the shoulder rotate. There is a butterfly joint. We'll show that to you in just a moment. If you want to lift her arms up, this figure seems to be a little bit tighter than some of the other Fortnite figures from Hasbro, but her arms can go up about that high. I think this one will go up higher, it just won't do it now. She's got bicep rotations, double pin at the elbow, so she can crank her arm up about that far on both sides. She's got a rotation at the wrist, and the hinge as well. Really, her hand doesn't really rotate all that well. I think it's a hindrance of what's on her wrist. Oh, there we go. We got a little bit. So we got just a little bit of a hinge off that. She can do the splits to about that degree if you want her to. She could sit that well. She's going to jump off the battle bus. Her legs can go back about that far, but there's a small hindrance with this medium soft hoodie or whatever that's around her waist. Her thighs have rotation. She has got double pinless. By the way, these are pinless joints. All these figures are pinless. So if I say pin, I'm just misspeaking. But double pinless knees. And her boots rotate at the boot. And she does have a pretty good hinge at the ankle. That's up. That's down. And the ankle also will rotate. I guess some people call that a pivot. So does pivot back and forth. So she's got a good range of motion. If you bring her arms back, her coat will come off. It's a softer rubber. Softer plastic. Well, the theory is it will come off. You just got to get it around her wrist, her sleeves. Her cuffs. Her cuffs, come on. Well, it's not like you're going to take the coat off very often, but it's kind of interesting to know that you can. Yeah, this one's caught. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah. Wow. Her fist, her left fist is kind of big. So if you want her to take her coat off, this is, now that I've kind of got her all mangled, let's figure out her foot situation so she can stand. So that's about what she'll look like. Nice bright colors. Stay standing. Come on, you can do it. There we go. That is what she'll look like without her coat. And then the coat just looks like that. So, yeah. And you can see right here, you can definitely see the butterfly joint sticking out there. So she does have a joint that allows her arms to go back and forth. I think I'll go ahead and put the coat back on. It's almost like a straight jacket, the way it, there we go. It looks like it's going to go on much easier than taking it off. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you decide to go put your head through some railings. Well, your ears go one way, but they tend to not want to go back the other way. And I think that's kind of how her coat works. So, but she's a pretty cool figure. Here, let's gear her up a little bit. So as long as the holes are lined up, backpack slides right on. Sword slides right in. She's pretty easy to put the grappler in. It just slides right in. Soft fingers, soft enough to do that. Oh, you know what I didn't do? We have this thing off. So we'll pop her head off. Put the camera right there. Actually, we're not popping her head off. We're popping her neck off in this case. And then, very gently, popping that back on. Like that. And then she's got her camera on. And the sword will also then just slide right in so she can go out on an adventure. And I've mangled up her feet again to make it difficult for her to stand. That's interesting. Her boots and her ankles like to turn pretty easily. There, something like that. May not be the most glorious of poses. There, we'll do this. We'll lower that. There. Now she's ready to go out on an adventure. And then before we wrap this up, let's slide these items out of her hands. And I'm going to have to back my camera up because we want to see how well she works. Let's take the backpack off as well. We want to see how well she hangs on to Ollie. So hook on there and hook on there. I think all of it's still in focus. So there, that's pretty cool. I don't know if she'll actually stand like some figures in their gliders from Jazzwares will. Not sure if she'll stand. Probably gonna have just to get the exact right balance. This foot again is being obnoxious. This pivot thing is obnoxious. So I think she could stand, but Ollie might just be a little bit too heavy for her to hold up. It does feel just a little bit heavy. So you'd have to be really awesome in you'd have to be really awesome with the balancing, I think, to be able to get Ollie, or to get her to hold Ollie up without a figure stand of some sort. And let's see. The other thing is she's like supposed to be able to sit on it, if I remember right, and bounce around. So yeah, something like that, right? But yeah, she can get on Ollie there pretty good. We'll give her her adventure sword. Her sword of legend. Don't mess with me. And there goes Ollie, bouncing around. Beep. I'll do it with the other hand. Deet, 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 deet. Oh, this is a fun set. This is cool. I love these swords. That's probably the best part. I'm sorry to say, I think the best part just might be these swords. They are pretty awesome. All right, so my overall thoughts, we've come to that. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I am super excited for this action figures. Jazzwares didn't release a Skye figure in 4 or 6 inch, which was kind of disappointing. A lot of us were hoping. I even saw a bunch of comments, people like, when's Skye gonna come out? And I could only answer, I don't know. And sometimes I was like, I don't know if they're gonna put one out. So, but we've got Skye in 6 inch scale, so that's really cool, and it actually is overall a pretty nice figure. I really like these colors. I think they're bright, they're cheerful, they're happy. They really embody, I think, the skin of Skye in the game, or the character of Skye in the game. I like over here, you can see, I didn't point this out, but the buttons here are kind of cool. I mean, they're just little blobs of paint, I guess. But it's pretty cool that that detail is there. Can we get her to stand again? She makes me think she's wearing like Pokemon trainer gloves. The red gloves with the, I don't know why, makes me think of Pokemon trainer gloves. But yeah, so overall she's a great figure. And I think this would be a really good addition for anybody's Fortnite action figure collection. The character, I'm coming back to this. The character makes me think of an epic adventure. You know, she has that kind of a vibe, a feel like a role-playing game character with the swords, the adventure pack, the colors. Like, yeah, let's go on an adventure. I'm thinking fun music when I see this character. So anyway, let's wrap this up. Anyways, how many times can I say anyway? Let's now it's your turn. What do you think about this figure? Leave your thoughts in that comment section below. But before you go, if you haven't already, let's dig him out here. Sorry, Ollie. But check out my review of Shadow Meowscles in the lower left corner. If you haven't already, this is a fun figure. I like this figure too. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like this video and share it everywhere that you can. It really helps the channel to grow. I will see you in the next video.